Earlier today, Cilic into semis as injured Nadal retires on day of upsets in the last 2 hours. Open semi-finalist Edmund is multi-skilled in the last 4 hours. How Britain's tennis hero Kyle Edmund is beating the world. Is this man the next British tennis number one? Quiet man Kyle Edmund begins to show a little excitement. Kyle Edmund aims for Marin Cilic's scalp at Australia Open. Kyle Edmund could have been a cricketer. Australian Open, 2018. Steely Kyle Edmund winning Game of Dare. Does Kyle Edmund's progress herald a new dawn for British tennis? 5 reasons why Kyle Edmund could win the Australian Open. Ponting fan Kyle Edmund into semi-final. And the spotlight. Huge upsets as Edmund and Mertens make semis in the last 6 hours. Nadal's pain, Cilic's gain. Kyle Edmund was tipped to have a bright future as a cricketer in the last 8 hours. Edmund stuns Dimitrov to reach Australian Open semis. Carreno Buster to lead Spain against Edmund's Britain yesterday. Watch, catch up on Edmund's historic win in 3 minutes. The Yorkshire Post says, what a racket. Kyle Edmund's coming of age. Kyle Edmund's Grand Slam dream. Can Britain's rising star create history? Kyle Edmund settling in similar yet different settings at Australian Open. Nadal, Dimitrov and Svitolina exit from Australian Open. Edmund triumphs to reach Aussie Open semis. Edmund looks at home among the big boys. Dimitrov hits diving forehand, loses the point. Australian Open, Day 9 wrap. Nadal retires on day of Aussie Open upsets Edmund. I know what it feels like to be Andy Murray. Former Smeg-sponsored player makes Australian Open. Nadal retires. Cilic to face Edmund in semis.
Edmund dreams of Grand Slam title. Nadal limps out. Edmund marches on in Australian Open. Edmund's mind not on winning Australian Open, yet from helpless to hero. Edmund's journey to the Australian Open semis. Australian Open, Kyle Edmund to face Marin Cilic in semi-finals. Steel behind the quietness that has made Kyle Edmund Britain's new star. I'm loving it right now. Edmund Silksworth tennis manager backs Kyle Edmund for a Slam title. Edmund Koz Dimitrov reaches semis. Edmund 6-1 for Grand Slam by 2020. 20-1 to win this year's spotty Liverpool fan. Kyle Edmund reaches Australian Open semi-finals. Tim Henman hails, fantastic. Kyle Edmund. Nadal retires. Cilic Edmund in semis. Nadal forced to retire from quarterfinal match. Injured Nadal retires on day of Australian Open upsets. Edmund joins British greats with Dimitrov upset. Nadal retires injured on day of 3. Grigor Dimitrov for first Grand Slam semi-final. Pocklington School congratulate former pupil Kyle Edmund on tennis success. Kyle Edmund's rapid rise to the Australian Open semi-final. Marin Cilic books semi-final spot after Rafael Nadal retires. Kyle Edmund making sure he takes it all in after Australian Open success. Marin Cilic sets up Kyle Edmund's semi-final after Rafael Nadal retirement. Edmund's forehand is best in the business, says Wilander. Cilic throws. Nadal retires. Cilic to play Edmund in semi-final after Nadal withdraws. Edmund subdues Dimitrov to reach semis. Video, Edmund dreams of winning final. Edmund beats Dimitrov, highlights Rafael Nadal out of Australian Open 11-1. Edmund into last 4. Nadal retires hurt, leaving Cilic to face Edmund in semi-finals. Video, Edmund reaches semis. Nadal retires hurt as Cilic sets up Edmund final. Kyle Edmund's newfound mental strength behind stunning rise. Kyle Edmund will face Marin Cilic in Australian Open semi. Injured Nadal retires from Australian Open epic as Cilic sets up Edmund tie.